Now recording.
Every time. Okay, so listen, before we get into everything, you haven't been on TikTok lately, have you?
A little bit. So I set myself a parent control on TikTok so that I don't spend all day or all night long on TikTok. So I can only go on TikTok in small doses for the day.
You are a better person than
I'm
I
a
am.
horrible human being. But so I don't often get all the fun stuff like you do because I only allot myself a certain amount of time.
What does your For You page look like right now?
I don't know how to answer that question. Maybe I'm just dumb. Like what
You
what
wanna
kind of
know
videos like are popping up?
Yeah. Baby girl, you're only 30. You're only
I'm just
32.
trying
You're not 50.
I'm just trying to think of well, I'm like technologically challenged sometimes. I was just trying to think of what was popping up for me earlier because I sent you some stuff. It was mostly just some girl had an issue with the DMV. Like I get that Chisme girl on there a lot. I sent to you some. I've been getting the "it don't go down easy if it ain't cheesy" girl going on there a lot.
Okay, do you want to know what mine looks like
Oh,
right
no.
now? Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Why I didn't see that on TikTok, but I've seen it elsewhere.
It is all over
Yeah.
my TikTok. And you know what? Hailey Bieber stuff.
But I have seen like a recurrence of like Selena videos on my For You page lately.
Well, yeah, so she got bullied off of TikTok.
Are we kidding me?
And then,
We love Selena in my household.
listen, we also love, in Selena, we pray.
I have what we call Selena knives in my kitchen. Are you kidding me? Because she had them
Dude.
on her show, so obviously my son needed them in the kitchen.
So Selena went on to a live and said, you know, I'm 30. I don't need to be doing this anymore. And like, I'm just over it. And she deleted her TikTok. It's currently back up though. It is back up. But like, they literally just continued, like, bullied her off the app. And people were rightfully pissed. So everyone online is like,
Yeah, I heard
let's go
everyone's like
support her.
throwing out all the
Road Beauty. Yeah. And like everyone's like buying up the first of all, Rare Beauty is a amazing brand. Listen, this has been my like 2 days.
I need to be an old lady and go to the JCPenney makeup counter if they still do that and have somebody do my makeup.
They do it at Sephora.
Listen, I still like my makeup is still from like high school. I don't wear makeup, but the makeup I do have, I need new makeup and I don't even know how to do it anymore because my whole brain still knows how to apply it in the high school way that I would apply it. And I know that's wrong now.
Listen, you do you. Did you know that as of last month, Hailey Bieber has a cooking show called In My Kitchen?
So, you know, I actually did not know that because I don't watch her because Team Selena.
Not to like sidetrack off of this wonderful conversation because Selena Gomez is amazing and I love her and all that stuff. I just got a notification from one of my news apps that a giant flying bug found on side of Walmart turns out to be a super rare Jurassic era insect.
We're all going to hell. See? Relatable.
If you're here, welcome to the shit show that is the Smutty Book Club.
Where sometimes it's not so smutty. We wish it was.
We like it with a lot more smut than what the fuck has been happening lately.
I don't want a straight porno necessarily, but come on.
Like, give me a little more than like a kiss. It started out with a kiss.
Well, this book.
How did it end up like this?
This book. It was a little more than a kiss.
Yeah, it was.
This week we read Rogue. Yeah.
All right, Ariel. And you wanna go ahead and explain to our beautiful listeners what this fucking book was about?
Rogue is a military romance. It is a MMF book. It cycles through this what's that called? The ship that has the planes. I was too lost in the multiple dicks everywhere.
It's a naval ship.
I know that part, but they had a specific name for it because
it's the USS something.
Well, the fact that the planes dock on it and fly in and out of it. Anywho, so there's these two men that are stationed on this ship and they hate each other. And there's this woman who is sent there undercover and the story unravels with the three of them forming a bond and trying to figure out what she's trying undercover there trying to investigate, and their animosity towards each other ties into that because there's this big like drug smuggling ring going on the ship. And it's just a nice drawn out story with the three of them that I thought was pretty enjoyable. It had a beginning, a middle, and end. It actually flowed. Yeah,
It is called an aircraft carrier.
whatever.
That's legitimately what it is.
Whatever.
It's so funny because when you were saying like it's a nice, I'm like, is it though? Is it nice?
Well,
That's not how I describe it.
Oh.
This shit was
Oh.
I had to fan myself
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit.
I was like, oh no, she hated this book. No,
Oh,
please.
no,
because
no,
this is the best read we've had this whole time. It flowed. It had actual words. There weren't like plot holes. There was a real story with real people, and I actually felt like I knew them. And there was smut, and it was like checked all kinds of my boxes. Like, come on.
I am not usually one for the MMF, only because like it's not always.
It can be done correctly, and it can be done kind of
horribly bad.
Yeah, sometimes it can be like super duper raunchy, or sometimes it can be like fake, like super fakey. But this was like nice, I thought.
I literally, my heart.
Can I fit both your dicks in my mouth at the same time?
my heart was so I can't. Fuck. My thought process was going a different way. It's fine.
I thought it unfolded beautifully because like their relationships, how they grew, and and not only that, but just a nod to the last book. It was like almost a month into their relationship, and they're like, I feel like we're going too fast. I feel like I'm feeling too much too soon. And I was like, I love you.
I like that too, because it wasn't just one person questioning it. They all were kind of like, this feels like rushed. I think so. In the beginning, I was torn if I like
one of the guys.
What is wrong with me? Yeah.
Oh,
good Lord.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I know what you mean.
One of them, I wasn't sure if I was going to like him.
Yeah, because he was just so angry about everything all the time.
He was angry all the fucking time. And it was Beck.
Yeah, Beck.
I liked Quinn from the get-go. I liked Quinn a lot.
Me too.
And I was like, all right, I can deal with this. This is gonna be great. And then Beck, and I'm like, God. But here's the thing. But when going into it knowing that it is MMF, I knew from the very beginning that those two were going to be the two dudes. The only reason is like they did play up like some other people, like other characters, and I'm like, yeah, but they're not given the vibe. I'm like, I already know this is going to be the two dudes who fucking hate each other.
So I'm not going to lie to you. I actually did not know that going in because we went through so many books to put on our list, and we went through so many that I couldn't remember which ones were which. And there were a couple that were like military-esque vibes, that this one was actually the one that I thought, that I don't even think it's on our list yet, but it's the one I put on the secondary list, that I only put it on there because of all the multiple piercings in the other book. So that's the book I thought it was. In my mind, I don't know why. And I totally didn't remember what this one was about because I went in cold turkey. I was like, oh, she told me to read this one. I'm reading this one. Like, nope. Okay. Until I got that third point of view, and I was like, wait a second. And then I was like, well, maybe he's the villain. Maybe they're giving us the point of view of the villain. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, oh no. Oh, this is fantastic. Yes.
It was so good. Like it definitely has been we've been going a step up every single time. I already know it's gonna come crumbling down
at some point.
So fast.
At some point.
But and like for me going in, not really, this is gonna be, I don't really enjoy that kind of a story because I have a hard enough time playing The Sims with more than one character.
Listen,
I can't control a whole ass household, let alone read a book about 3 different people in one story. But I did it, and I loved it. I was like, you know what? And I'm laying on my couch reading this book while Spencer is working in the next room over. And I'm just sitting here reading this book, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like sweating right now.
I don't need one man in my life. Like, I don't need that kind of drama right now. Like, I'm a hermit. I can take care of myself. Never mind multiple dicks in my face, but I am definitely an RH kind of girl. Like, I am definitely like all in on those books, and maybe that's why you like to read those fantasy, like whatever, because that's what it is. It's just fantasy. You don't have to deal with those people in real life. You don't have to clean up their underwear off the bathroom floor in real life. You can,
You don't also have to clean up multiple messes that are definitely everywhere.
you can just read about them, have them as your nice book boyfriends, and then put them away. But their relationship was so sweet. And not only that, but I mean, they're both military men. I mean, they're probably used to taking care of themselves and not leaving their underwear on the bathroom floor. It's not always true, but in theory, so I can just fantasize on my own a little bit. I do say that there was this one point at the beginning of the book that I was like slightly like frustrated. If they all just communicated with each other, this would be a shorter book.
Oh, for sure. That I felt that too at the beginning of the book.
But then
I was
it
like,
developed, and I was like, okay, we got this.
yeah. I definitely I like also that the book didn't like solely focus on the relationship.
Mhm.
It
It
did
had-
play
yep.
into because it had the suspense, and I loved the whole story. It was great, and I liked the main character. She was not a pushover as I've seen other things be. Like she definitely I liked the fact that she was an agent.
Yeah.
Like that was dope. I was like, hell yeah, this is cool.
And I liked the line at the beginning when she had her like debut chapter where she was like, a few weeks ago I was a stripper. Tomorrow I'll be a training advisor.
I was so confused at first.
I
was like,
know.
"Wait,
I had to
what is
reread it like
happening?"
3 times because I was like, what kind of book is this?
I think the only thing I had was my brain checked out at the beginning reading through the description of him flying. I'm like, I don't care.
See, I thought that
It wasn't
was a great
I was
ad
just bored.
because I feel like
No, it was great. My brain could not comprehend what was
well,
happening.
you also were
with
trying to
Quinn.
read it exceptionally fast
Yeah.
because because I enjoyed it so much that I was like, dude, you need to read this now. So
And 3 hours later, it was read.
So, but for me, I actually really enjoy when an author can showcase that they have knowledge in the field that they're talking about, that they've done their research, and that they're adding that depth to the book. And they're not just be like, oh, I went flying. You know what I mean? I appreciated that.
The depth is good. My fucking peanut brain, though, checked out.
So my only negative was that, so one of the side characters, Young, I feel
his partner,
his best friend, but he's supposed to be his best friend. He's supposed to be his flying partner, but I feel like it was kind of left plot holey because like, was he just being such a shitty human and friend and no one ever explained? Like, yeah, that little slightly half-ass explanation about the girl, but that wasn't good enough for me.
No, I feel
there was
like
no
that,
resolution.
I mean,
if it was that good of a friend, you know?
Right. And so yeah, that part bothered me. I could also take into account only because I do have the military knowledge and experience is there are people that when you are partnered with them like that, like deployed, flying, etc., because they're military, sometimes your friendships are just military related and you're not like.
And I totally could have accepted that, except I feel like he kept referring to him as his best friend.
Yeah, they kind of played it up a bit more, and I wish that, especially like with all the crazy shit going on, like he was my number one. He was a
and I
suspect
feel
on
like that's
my
why
list.
he was added, and that's why the hype. But if you're going to add all that hype to keep us guessing if he was into it, give us that resolution at the end.
Flesh him out a bit more than he was fleshed out.
He could, like, even just like a 1 page or a half a page of him having a conversation with him, and maybe even Beck having a conversation with his roommate would have been enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that his roommate necessarily was 100% necessary because he wasn't his best friend, but still.
Yeah. Speaking of flesh, dude, holy shit! Like I was not prepared for any of that.
Oh yeah,
that
you don't
happened.
read a lot of these.
No, I don't. And I think my favorite part of, like, granted, yes, the smut was smutty. My favorite part is it didn't read like it was overdone. It wasn't trying to be so over the top that it was unbelievable. Like, this is a realistic situation.
Yeah, it
like
read
this. Well,
they were developing relationships. Versus just like, I'm going to sprinkle smut in here because I can.
I loved also the relationship building between
the men.
Beck and Quinn. That was
I felt like that
amazing.
Was really well done.
Listen, when that shit happened towards the end, my eyes went wide. I was like,
loved
what is happening?
Loved
I was like, oh, okay. So, like, this is great. And it was so good. I think the only thing that threw me off was at the end where, like, let's get married. I'm like, yeah, but you can't you can't marry two people.
So I
Okay,
read.
so like one set of them getting married and then the other third just like living like a sister wife,
So I read a lot of these,
sister husband.
and more often than not, yes, it'll be. If it's like a reverse harem situation, it'll be one of them marrying one of them, and then they'll have a ceremony. Like it's not real,
Okay.
but they'll just have a ceremony for them.
See, I don't know these things.
If
'Cause,
they're
like,
billionaire,
legally that can't happen.
well,
My brain just legally you can't
if
do
they're
that.
billionaire people in the situation, they'll fly to a country where it is legal.
Gotcha. Okay.
In those,
I guess that makes sense.
So yes, it's not recognized, but I honestly thought where, especially how it ended, I really thought that it should have been proposed that Beck and Quinn marry.
Me too. I was
I
really
wanted.
hoping that it would be Beck and
So
Quinn.
I do want to say that
was-
I am a sucker for an epilogue. Give me any book that has an epilogue. I love epilogues. Like I want them all day long. So the second this book had an epilogue, I was like, oh, you win my heart, especially after the stuff we've been reading. But not only that, but the author had 2 epilogues. She had 1 month later and 1 year later, but I'm assuming she has a good editor because she was told she had to pick one and the other one was left as a bonus. And why I say I'm assuming she had a good editor, because number 1, she was told, and number 2, the unedited, like the just pushed out bonus epilogue that we got was not grammatically, like it was not edited well. And if that had been what I had read, I would have been crossing my eyes and being irritated the whole time, because the flow and the writing in the actual book was fantastic. There was too many errors in the bonus chapter for me.
Yeah, I will be honest that I did not get a chance to read the bonus chapters because I suck.
It was literally just one chapter. So I will tell you, it's literally just 1 month later of like them settling in and how they're settling and living together, and then a scene with the men.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I would recommend it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put that
yeah, I'm
straight the fuck out there.
yeah, I liked this book. It checked a lot of boxes for me.
It checked some boxes I didn't know I had.
This book is part of a complete standalone series. The books are not connected in any way. The only thing they have in common is that they involve military men or military situations, military men and women together, etc. This is the only MMF book in the series, but I liked the writing in this one. I liked how the story was developed. I liked how the characters and their relationships were developed. So I would continue reading the series.
Honestly, I would too. I'm definitely curious to see how the rest of the series goes. But yeah, though the way that it was written, everything really flowed well together. Nothing besides those couple things that we had an issue with. It was a really good book. So I definitely want to read the other books.
Yeah.
So Ariel, I already forgot how our cucumber rating goes, but like let's do this.
But we gotta start with your.
Can we
You gotta
just-
start with your Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
I got you.
Ahead of
I got
myself.
you. I know
I was getting
you
a
wanted
little
those cucumbers. I know.
I was just excited. I like a good cucumber. Who
He's
doesn't?
got a cucumber ready.
All right. So, funnily enough, there is only 76 reviews.
Really?
That's
Is
it.
this a newly published book?
This came out, yes, that is why it came out in January of this year.
Okay. Well,
So,
go
there's
read
that.
this book. Tell your friends. It's hot.
Yes. So out of a 5, they gave it a 4.4, which I have a feeling it'll probably go up a little bit. Somebody did title their review, "Wow, Holy Top Gun Romance," which I've never seen Top Gun, but I have heard there is some homosexual undertones in that movie. So like, I get it. I did like it. There's like they're talking about the power struggles between the two, the emotions and the medium burn, which I do like a medium burn. So it was good.
Mhm.
And it was I liked it.
Yeah, because
I
it
thought
took
was
until
good.
like 50% of the book until we got them to even like kiss each other. And then it went
Yes.
from like kissing to like another chapter later to can I fit both dicks in your mouth? Like it was like, oh wait,
Yeah.
whoa, here we go.
It was
Like whiplash.
good.
I was like, oh, we're getting
So
started here. What would you Amazon rate it?
if I was to Amazon rate it, honestly, I can't give it a full 5-star because there were
Yeah.
things. I'm gonna go like a 4.8.
Okay.
Sounds like a decent spot for me.
I am just naturally negative over here, and I just know what I've read. This was a really good book, and I really enjoyed it, but I've read better. So, I mean, for me, it's like 4.25.
Too bad though. It's
It's
still
great.
good.
Well,
Like,
it's fantastic and totally worth the read.
oh, for sure.
I think I could have done with more scenes of my Ruppel.
It was a good thing. They were so
But
good.
I feel like I needed more. Yes, there was
I get that.
the appropriate amount. I just selfishly wanted more.
Yeah.
It flowed where it needed.
I took my time.
Yeah.
Just slow. I was like, yeah, let me just sit here and enjoy this. This is fabulous.
Yeah. Cucumbers, what you got?
Oh boy. So I'm gonna go like 7.5
Out of 5?
Oh, are we doing 5? I was just going. Probably like a 4.9. Listen, I want a 7.5. 7.5 is good, okay? 4.9
Hey,
is a little too small.
Hey, I want 9. So, well,
I mean, if you want to give it 9.
no, I meant.
I know. No, girl, I know. I'm not dumb. I'm just saying.
No.
You know what? Fuck it. Our cucumber rating is whatever we decide. It is out of whatever we want. I'm giving
But
it
that's
a
going to throw off all the
7.5.
rest that we've done.
Don't care. Don't care. 7.5 I.
Fine. If we're going out of 10, I give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 7 I.
I with oh my goodness, that took me a whole 2 seconds. Whew.
I had
Yes.
to. Listen,
7
girl,
inches
it's a
of
cucumber. Come on.
That's what we rate this.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay, favorite character.
Oh my god. My favorite character was Beck. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why
Even
I
though
liked
you
him so
didn't
much
like him
because
in
he
the
was.
beginning.
I know. Trust me. You know what it is? Is I apparently just have a thing for broody assholes, and he was the broodiest.
He was fantastic.
Of assholes.
I still
His
love
backstory.
Quinn. Though.
Yeah,
I feel like he was just so in tune with himself, and he was the first one to start taking down his anger, and I don't know, he was my man. I feel like I need to redescribe him in my book boyfriend mind, because he's supposed to be this lean, tall, slim pilot, and I'm like, no, I need him to be this beefed out hulk of a man, because I just want him to take me.
Oh my god. And your least favorite character?
So actually, before I get to my least, I want to underrated fave character.
Ooh.
Gant.
Yes.
So
I liked him too.
Yeah.
He knew.
Are you kidding me?
Knew.
Right? I kind of want to hear his story, because he must have some spicy going on, because he only needed to get one look at all of them, and he's like, yep, you all need to be together forever. And he's her boss, and that man, I need to know his life.
All right, least favorite
character. So besides the villains, right? Because obviously they're villains. Obviously Young for me, because he just wasn't developed enough, and he was a douche. Why was he a shitty human and a friend for no reason?
Yeah, I was. So originally, I was gonna say the brother, but he is the main villain.
Yeah, because obviously the villains are bad, and they were written bad for a reason. It's not like they were shitty characters because they were shitty,
Yeah, I also have to agree that Young, because of character development and just he sucked.
Yeah, I don't want him to be my friend. I don't want him to be my partner in the plane either. I don't.
Why are you being so shady,
right?
Dude?
And girl, you got to get rid of him, because he clearly, nope. He needs to work on himself.
Yeah, the Wheel of Fate. Why did I say Mr.? It's a miss. I don't know. It's a clusterfuck of a wheel, but it's our beautiful Wheel of Fate, and I'm gonna clicky clicks. Let's see what happens. Do 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 do.
My favorite sound's gone again. I love hearing the click, 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 click.
You didn't like my music?
No, I like the clicks better. You don't click for me.
Fuck you.
You don't click my boxes.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
All right, so you're fine. The next book after we read Fused with Him is going to be Bait. It is a dark romance erotica.
Oh. Okay. No, you need to go in this blind. Do not read the description.
So with that wraps a fucking another one, man. Look at us. Look at us doing the thing. We're murdering it. Don't do that.
Don't murder people.
That's bad. Fuck the people. Well, not everybody.
No, not everybody. Nothing less than 7 cucumbers.
7.5. With that, thank you for this craziness. Whee! So do you have any words of encouragement for people, or words of nothing?
I mean, multiple dicks in books are fantastic. Multiple dicks outside of books are not fantastic. I should not have said that. Why do you let me open my mouth?
Not for the multiple dicks, that's for sure.
Oh my God.